What is good, my fellow UFC junkies? Max with the Parlay Princes. We are back. If you're new here, I only cover UFC content, do prediction videos, news, I drop bets, all that good stuff. Feel free to sub it up, like the video, drop a comment, all that stuff, guys. Before we dive into this card, which is in the Apex, be careful. We're not at elevation anymore. We're back at sea level, but we got the mini cage. We're losing like 4 feet of space here, so be careful. Last week, 10 and 12 on picks. Didn't do a full card prediction video. I kind of scanned through the ones I didn't really care about. And one of them I got wrong. I pick flipped mid-video. So I could have gone 11 for 12, but hey, it happens. I said Costa at first, and I said, no. See, I think C-Rod could do it. It was a close fight. I thought Costa won that, but hey, you look at the stats. Same exact significant strikes, 2 minutes more of control time for C-Rod, and like 5 more takedowns. Granted, he didn't look the best during the fight, but it happens. So, and last week I almost swept the card. 12-leg parlay. The only thing I got wrong was I put Rosas Jr. to win every single round. I put minus 3.5. If I didn't put that, bro, demon. Swept it. So here we are for revenge. Again, I'm not smoking weed anymore. Whenever I don't smoke weed, I almost sweep the cards. I did this with Gilbert Burns and Brady. I lost in the last leg, 13-leg parlay. And then yesterday I did the same thing, 12-leg parlay, lost because of one. So I think weed is the anti-kryptonite for my predictions. So here we are, sober picks. Look at my eyes. I'm sober. Here we go. UFC Vegas, whatever number it is, I don't know, 107,000, who knows. But we're at the Apex, guys. Loma, Lookboonme, and Estela Nunes. So, I don't know, I'm looking at my computer. I have everything right here. Guys, I can't not bet on Loma Lookboonme. I can't do it. I love her fighting style. She's very short. She's only 5'1". She always has less of a reach, and in this fight, she almost has 4 or 5 inches less of reach. But her Muay Thai is filthy. Her Muay Thai is filthy. Where did she come from? Like, not country, but like fight organization. All right, she was kind of hopping around. She did Invicta, Full Metal Doja. Bro, looking at this record, you'd be like, oh my God, she's probably horrible. Nah, she's actually pretty damn good. She lost to... Why am I getting an ad on ESPN, bro? Get this shit out of here. She lost to Angela Hill. She beat Sam Hughes. Lost to Lupe Godinez. Submitted Elise Reed, which is rare for Lupe to get a sub, but hey, it happened. She beat Bruna Brazil in her last fight, which was over a year ago. That's kind of scary, but hey. Bruna Brazil is horrible. It's not a good win. But Estela Nunes is definitely worse than everyone I just named off. She's worse than Elise Reed, worse than Bruna Brazil. Lupe even beat Denise Gomes, who's a heavy hitter. Guys, it's just, the rough part about this prediction, I will say, it's a minus 600 price tag on Loma Lookboonme right now. But it kind of makes sense. I'm not going to lie. You guys are going to be like, yeah, whatever. When you see her fight, her clinch work is nasty, knees up the middle, great striker, and apparently she can get a submission every now and then. So don't let her look fool you. On this page, we joke a lot about don't bet on Chinamen, don't bet on Road to UFC guys. You can lock this one in. If Estela Nunes wins this, I might retire. Like, that's how serious of a fight this is. It should just be night and day. Although Loma, although she loves to go to decision, like, she's had 9 wins in her pro MMA career and 2 finishes. She loves to go the distance, but she is definitely the more dangerous fighter here. It's Loma all day. I don't want to cover this too much. I really don't have anything good to say about Estela Nunes. She's a striker that can't strike. And there's my girlfriend talking in the background. I'm sorry if you can hear that, guys. This girl got slept by Dudakova in 30 seconds. Dudakova's not in the UFC anymore. Lost to Sam Hughes. Lost to Carnelossi, who is probably not in the UFC anymore. She might be. She had a fight like about a year ago. But I don't want to cover this too much, guys. It's Loma all day. Vicious Muay Thai for a girl. Again, she's like always smaller, but she's just like filthy with it. She's like a female Puterian. Like, I don't know how else to describe this. So That's my pick right there. I would expect a finish. Nunes loves to get punched in the face and get knocked out, and that's Lume's fight style. I could see a body shot, like a knee to the body shot in the clinch. Estela Nunes drops on the ground. Either the ref stops her right there, or Loma comes with some ground and pound. Bing, bing, bing. That's my pick right there, boys. Loma Lookboonme next. Vanessa Demopoulos. And I've never said this girl's first name in my life. Talita? The hell kind of name is that? Talita? Alencar? Man, this one is stupidity. This one's stupidity because it's a Vanessa Demopoulos fight. And I was surprised. Vanessa Demopoulos is 36 years old. I thought she was like the young, hot prospect, like 28. I know she's never looked good, but I thought maybe she can grow into her career. No, she's like 2 fights away from retiring. More pro MMA experience. She's had 17 pro MMA fights. Alencar's only had 7, which does kind of scare me that Alencar started her pro MMA career like 4 years ago, and she's 34. I don't know what you're waiting for, but this is the issue, though, guys. It should be Vanessa Demopoulos points all day. She's not going to get a finish. Not a shot in hell. They love to let her win when she loses. I think she's had like 2 robberies. But then the MMA gods corrected themselves and she got subbed. I believe in the first round of her last fight. She was protesting, "What? I didn't tap. Bro, just take the L. You've gotten so many robbery wins. Just take the L. Alencar hasn't gotten a sub in a while. Before she got in the UFC, she's had 3 subs, which kind of scares me here. Like, I want to pick Vanessa Demopoulos. It's such a horrible fight to, like, do not bet on this fight. I highly recommend you don't bet on this one. Because Vanessa could get finished or she could win points. So you can't even really bet over 1.5. You can't bet fight goes the distance or not. It should go the distance. But Vanessa Demopoulos is that bad on the ground. She's more of like a stand and bang, and if she gets to the ground, just try and scramble to get up. But if she doesn't scramble, it might be over. Again, Alencar isn't like the most demon submission artist, but she does have submissions on her record. She has 3 submission wins in 5 MMA fights. 5 MMA wins, sorry. And I believe Vanessa's gotten sub 3 times. So it's the complete opposite. One girl loves to get submissions. The other girl loves to get subbed. Okay, she's only lost once to submission. That was her last fight to Jacqueline Amorim, who is a submission demon. She's got back-to-back submissions. She has 3 submissions in her last 5. So that's your path to victory to beat Vanessa Demopoulos. Phone broke. Great. That's the path to victory. Does she do it here? I don't know. My pick is unfortunately Vanessa Demopoulos. Again, this is early prediction video. I'm dropping this on Sundays, so it might switch up. These are picks, not bets. But it's either Vanessa Demopoulos wins this fight or she goes back to stripping. I don't know what else to say. It says Vanessa Demopoulos is a jiu-jitsu fighter. I've never seen her on the ground like that before. I think she's gotten like 1 takedown her entire UFC career. And Alencar's specialty is grappling. So if you were to pick 2 things on parlays, Demopoulos points, Alencar submission, say your prayer. That's what I got for those. Next, Victor Henry and Pedro Falcao. All right, so I don't know who the hell Pedro Falcao is. I had to like do some research here. Very tough one, guys, because I'm not the highest on Victor Henry. I'm going to be honest. This guy looks like a goddamn caveman. He looks like a homeless caveman. This guy looks like he could be homeless soon. 37 years of age, too. It's like, gun to my head, I'm picking Victor Henry. But if there's a fight to lose, it's probably this one. Let's look at Victor Henry's last 5. He is a well-rounded MMA fighter in the sense that he's okay on the ground, okay striking, not really good at anything. He got subbed by Charles Jourdain, which is nasty because that rarely happens. He KO'd, who the hell is this? Rainy Yaya. I think he's out the UFC too, if I'm not mistaken. He hasn't fought in over a year. It's a tough one, guys, because, like, you want to bet on Victor Henry for the UFC experience, but then, like, you know there's going to be a strong decline coming. He went no contest with Basharat. I believe someone got kicked in the dick or someone got poked in the eye. I forget, but it's like Victor Henry's losses are just not good, bro. So I'm not high on Pedro Falcao at all. I believe it's his first UFC fight. Let me dive in. I think this was the guy. He's had one UFC fight and he lost to Victor Hugo. Is it Victor? What's this guy's first name? Come on, bro. Like, open the fucking page. Let's go, bro. I got shit to do. Come on. Yeah, Victor Hugo. I don't know if he's in the UFC either. No, I think he still is in the UFC. He lost to Basharat recently. It's a tough one because we just don't know enough about Pedro Falcao. Hate his last name. Get that shit out of here. Falcao. Man, I hate to give a pick on this fight because I am 100% not betting on this fight. 100%. Just like I'm never betting on Raul Rosas Jr. ever again. My pick is Victor Henry, guys, but don't, like, hold this against me. Don't bet this fight. You're better off literally betting on Loma Lookboonme and Vanessa Demopoulos than you are on Victor Henry. It's that simple. Sorry, that was a shitty breakdown for that fight. Everything else is pretty solid, but that one, get that shit out of here. Rhys, McKee, Daniel Frunza. Throws an N in there to switch it up. Thought it was Frunza. No, it's Frunza. Man. I believe they called Rhys McKee the Irish Zombie or something like that. Man, this is a tough one because I watched tape on Daniel Frunza. It looked like he's really just good at the 1-2, and that's his path to victory. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. But then I watched tape on Rhys McKee a little bit to remind myself. He loves to keep his hands kind of low. It's like that right hand is right there to be clipped. Rhys McKee is durable, but also scares the shit out of me sometimes where he gets clipped, and it's like, yeah, you're holding your own right now, but eventually that's just not going to work anymore. Both guys are very new in the UFC. I don't think Daniel Frunza has had even a UFC fight. I think he's just been from the Contender Series. But he is a KO artist. He's on a 5-fight KO streak, maybe 6. So 5-fight KO streak. But he's beating people with the first name like Lindsay. So he's beating transvestites. KO in the Contender Series, but watching it back, it was a round 2 KO. The opponent literally just gave up. Literally. You can watch some of the highlights on YouTube. His opponent straight up gave up, so it wasn't like a vicious knockout. Oh my god, like he beat up a can. He's a can crusher. And I've seen Frunza fight before. I believe it was LFA. The Fuller fight. Nice KO against a guy that kind of has like an MVP style in a sense. And he was holding his own. He was getting pressured against the cage, reversing it. He was getting taken down, getting back up. He was doing his own pressuring too. It's just a little scary because watching the fights, it just seems like his path to victory is a 1-2. But that could be enough to beat Rhys McKee. I'm not going to lie to you. What are the odds here real quick? Let's see if we can talk about the odds before I break this whole thing down. So Rhys McKee is a plus 140. Frunza is a minus 170. Rough because Rhys McKee has more UFC experience. And my other issue is we don't know what Frunza is going to look like in the third round. That's a little scary to me. Rhys McKee, he lost to Chitty, split decision, lost to Angelusa. Both of those losses aren't horrible, especially the Chitty one, bro. Chitty probably had a reach advantage in this fight, but he was clipping him. My thing here is I don't think Frunza is as fast as Chitty is. He's one of those guys, Frunza, like he's got no tattoos, so you know he's a demon. Like the more tattoos you have, the more of a fraud you are at fighting. Cody Garbrandt. Vucenic. Rhys McKee, bro. What do we do with you, Rhys? I feel like I'm just biased against Rhys because I just don't trust his chin. But at the same time, he's got 5 inches of reach on this guy. Only 1 inch height difference. Not the craziest. So if Frunza, it really, to me, who applies the pressure in this fight? If Frunza gets in his face, doesn't allow him to be like at the range where he can just clip him and still be safe. As long as Frunza closes that distance, he's got this. I think the odds should be dead even. I could even see Rhys McKee being a slight favorite because of UFC experience. But again, they call him like the Irish zombie or whatever it is. So he'll get clipped and just keep on walking, but that eventually is going to fail. And Frunza does have power. So my pick, guys, again, early lean. My early lean is Frunza. Rhys McKee's fights that I've watched too, when he wins, it's like the opponent kind of gasses. Could that happen with Frunza 100%? Because I don't think he's gone into like this 3rd round in a while, if ever. He's been in the 3rd round once. God damn, he actually got a knockout the last second of the fight. He pulled a Max Holloway. So he's been in the 3rd round a few times. He's been in the 3rd round 3 times, and he's gone the distance once out of his 11 fights. I think we're safe, boys. I think we're safe with Frunza. I think there's more finishing ability on his side, but I think stylistically, Rhys McKee has like more in his arsenal of tools, like the kicks, the fucking takedowns. Like Frunza does have that too, but not. I think when Rhys McKee throws kicks, he's actually trying to hurt people. Frunza looks like he's throwing kicks just to set up the 1-2 every time. My pick is Frunza. I guess KO. I'm going Frunza KO. Next fight, Diana Belbita and Dione Barbosa. Sorry, guys. I know their fighting styles. I don't know their names. I'm really good with faces. I'm not good with the names. So, it should be Barbosa day and night. Barbosa day and fucking night. Just right off the bat, Diana... I hate that name too. I hate your names, people. Change your names. You're a pro fighter. Just change your name to Death Kill or something, bro. Come on. Diana. My name is Sarah. Kill me. So Belbita is younger, 4 years younger, 28, 2 inches of reach. Does that matter here? No. She lost to Molly McCann. Guys, she got subbed by Molly McCann in the 1st round. That's physically impossible. It's physically impossible. And that was her last fight. Over a year ago. Sub by Molly McCann. Lost to Carolina. I can't get this name. It's over, guys. She's just lost to everybody, bro. I feel like everybody beats this Oliveira girl. Who remembers when Maria Oliveira was super hyped up and then she just got to the UFC and just sucked ass? She went 1-3 in the UFC. Everybody has beaten her. Shout out to Belbita for beating Goldie, Hannah Goldie. Great win. That's the thing, guys. Diana Belbita just, like, stock report, just horrendous, bro. Horrendous. Fighting styles, I guess you could technically say Barbosa is better on the ground. And Belbita might be a tiny bit better standing. She is a kickboxer. But this... I'm going to be really, really upset if Diana wins this fight. Because it just should not happen. And the price tag kind of tells you that right there. Barbosa's a minus 400. She's only had 2 UFC fights. 3 if you include the Contender Series. And her last loss was to Miranda Maverick. A little bit less than a year ago. Yo, why does everybody fight once a year? What do you do the rest of the year? What do you fucking do? Fight! God damn, bro. I'll fight again next July. Jesus Christ, man. Every single fighter on this card, like, oh, they fought once, November of 2023. But again, you go the distance with Miranda Maverick. I'm proud of you. Belbita would definitely not go the distance with Miranda Maverick. Who the hell is this? Let's see. We have another win for Barbosa here. Ernesta Caracati, who ain't god-awful. It's an okay win. Again, I think Diana loses to her. I could see Barbosa's submission, I think. I could see Barbosa's submission. She's gotten 3 subs, and Diana Belbita got subbed by Molly McCann. So, Molly McCann. That's my pick, guys. Barbosa, I'm praying for a sub. Let's keep it going. Davey Grant, Daniel Santos. Alright, so this one, I had to watch a little bit of tape on Santos. And I'm proud of myself for Davey Grant. My Davey Grant pick last time against Ramon Tavares, because I was going with Tavares. Then I said, no, wait a second. Tavares only has a little bit of striking. No kicks, no takedowns. I'm going Davey Grant. And Grant stood and banged with this guy for 3 rounds. Didn't even really make it look that competitive. I guess damage at the end of the fight. That's the only thing about Davey Grant. He loves to wear damage. It's like his pride and joy. Like, let me end this fight covered in blood. So that's the only thing that's a little scary for Davey Grant. But Santos, man, I'm not very high on Santos. He's 12-2 in his pro MMA career. The age is wild. Santos is 30. Davey Grant is 39. So you know you're going to see the Davey Grant decline pretty soon. But Davey Grant is just so doggy, bro. Like, who fights for your money more? I got to go Davey Grant. On Santos's record, you see that he KO'd Castaneda. But you watch that fight back. Castaneda dropped this guy twice viciously with head kicks. And then Castaneda just kind of slipped up and got caught with a knee up the middle in the clinch. Bink! So, you can't base it all on that fight. He's also lost to Julio Arce, who isn't very good either. But he had a win recently against, let's see, Johnny Munoz, who isn't good either. So I think for him to come out here and beat a vet like this, again, John Castaneda almost slept this guy cold with the head kick twice. That does mean he's doggy, because he came back in round 2 and said, I bet, bink, knee up the middle. But I don't think Davey Grant goes down from that, bro. Santos is considered a Muay Thai fighter. Davey Grant's considered Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Haven't seen him on the ground in a while. He is good on his back. He could lock in a sub, actually. Gun to my head, I kind of like Davey Grant KO submission, bro. I get it that points is probably the safest thing, or you can just bet on Grant money line because he's an underdog. That's my pick, guys. Davey Grant, durability, veteran experience. I like his striking. I like his fight IQ. I don't think it compares to... I think Daniel Santos' fight IQ is just not Davey Grant's. So I got to go with my gut here. Going Davey Grant again at plus money. We did it last time with Ramon Tavares. Let's keep it going. Next fight, Buday Osbourne and Louis Gurule. Gurule? I don't know. Undefeated for Louis, so be careful. We know how undefeated fighters get. They get finished, and they leave with a 1 in the L column. But Luis is fighting Buday Osbourne, who in my eyes is trash. I think the odds make sense. Minus 200 for Lewis, plus 170 for Buday Osbourne. Guys, we saw Buday Osbourne lose pretty nicely to Ronaldo Rodriguez, who we just watched last night lose pretty bad. I'm not trying to do MMA math here, but Buday Osbourne is 1-4 in the last 5. Lost to Nam, lost to Almabayev by sub, which is almost impossible, right? Doesn't Asu usually go the distance? Yeah. Asu is a decision machine or he gets KO'd. So if you get subbed by Asu, it's not the best look. Subbed by Fielho, I get that. Ronaldo Rodriguez unanimous decision, rough. He did drop him, but I can't pick Buday Osbourne in this fight, guys. It's not even because I don't like him. I watched a little bit of tape of Gurule. He kind of has like a Gene Silva body type where he's just like short and powerful and stocky. He almost fights like him too, a little bit, you could say. He's got 5 KOs, 1 sub in his 10 pro MMA fights, so he's gotten 6 finishes. But recently he's been going the distance like a mother freaka. His last 5 fights all went the distance. No, 1 ended in a submission. Everything else went the distance. Even the Contender Series fight, he only won split decision. I don't know. I just think the finishing ability is there for Luis. It's that simple. What's the age difference here? 1 second. I accidentally clicked on the wrong goddamn button, so it's going to take 10 years to go backwards. I hate ESPN so much. I really do. This site is horrendous. And I'm back to Victor Henry somehow. You hit back once, you're back to Victor Henry. Age difference. So 31 years of age for Luis, 33 for Osbourne. This is kind of scary though. Apparently, if ESPN is right, because they never are, 9 inches reach advantage. 9-inch reach advantage for Osbourne. That's a little scary. But how you fight against that is you close the distance. If this is your 9 inches of reach, you can't get clipped right here. Close the distance, and you take away the reach. It's that fucking simple, but they still don't do it. My pick is Luis, guys, just for the finishing ability. Osbourne has none. You can maybe put fight doesn't go the distance if you want to play it a little safer, but that's not necessarily a safer pick because it could go the distance. But you know, if you want to pick violence, and the Luis price tag for double chance isn't the best, which it should be plus money, but damn, that 9 inches of reach is kind of scaring me. But who cares? It's Osbourne. He fucking sucks. There you go. I'm going Luis by finish. KO. Bink. Now we're at the main card, guys. Main card. If you haven't liked the video, please do so. Drop a comment. Let me know if I messed up anywhere. Let me know if you guys have a lock. Just type something. Call me a dyke once again. I don't care, bro. You can't call me a meth head, though. I quit weed. Torrez Finney. Robert Valentin. This one's tough for me. Because I actually like Robert Valentin a lot. Minus his last fight. This guy almost has like the Yuri vibe going on. Where he'll like be in the woods kicking trees down. Like sniffing sunflower seeds for spiritual awakeness. But his last fight was not good, bro. I think he was plus money. He was an underdog, if I'm not mistaken. I was very excited. I'm like, oh, bet. You idiots are going to put him at plus money. And then he lost by KO. And it was a rough one, bro. I don't even remember how he got finished. I just remember being like, that was horrendous. But don't get it twisted. Valentin is actually pretty goddamn dangerous. He's got 6 inches of height on Finney. Finney's short and stocky. It looks like a goddamn linebacker. The issue with Finney, the issue for Finney, issue with Finney on Valentin's side is that Finney is well-rounded. He can get takedowns. He can land crazy overhand rights. Very powerful. Vinny's been in the Contender Series 3 times. That's like record-breaking. I think he got a KO. Then he went the distance. I don't know if you guys remember, but Dana was like, yo, Finney, you came back to the Contender Series, and you looked worse this time around. He's like, go out there, get 4 fights, then come back. This guy got no fights, and then he still came back and won. So he got lucky with that shit. It wasn't even the craziest win either. Like, he was getting clipped a few times. I think there was like a spinning elbow in there. But man, this is a tough one to predict because I'm scared Valentin baits again, bro. Like, my pick, gun to my head, I'm going Valentin. But maybe I shouldn't, bro. Maybe this is not the time to go Valentin. It's tough with Torrez Finney, bro, because he's like pretty lethal. He's very powerful. And that takedown ability is scary to bet against. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of get the price tag here, minus 225 for Finney. I think it should be like a minus 150, maybe minus 130. 2-1, you're kind of bugging a little bit. You can't even say that Valentin hasn't had a UFC fight either. Neither of these guys have had a UFC fight. So it is a good stylistic matchup. Two guys, one off the tough season, one off contender series. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do it. But Finney, man, undefeated. Undefeated. Man, what do I do with this fight? What's the reach advantage? Do we have a reach advantage for Valentin? I hate to bet this because of the reach advantage, but he can just stay out of range. I don't picture him getting clipped with an overhand right. All right, he's got 4 inches of reach for Valentin. But Finney, man, he can work in them takedowns, bro. Tough fight to bet on. I guess I like violence in this fight too, no distance. My pick, guys, right now, early lean is Valentin. I just think he choked last fight, bro. That's not the Valentin I know. I've only seen 2 Valentin fights, so I don't really even know him. But that's my pick, guys. Valentin. Let me know in the comments if I baited. Brad Tavares, GM3, a.k.a. Gerald Meershart. Meershit. Nah, he's all right. He's all right. My pick is another underdog. We're going GM3, guys. 37-18 is a crazy record. Basically won only half his fights. That's not true. He's 2-1 on his fights, but so is Brad Tavares, 20-11. Brad Tavares, more of a striker, can stuff some takedowns, but then you got GM3. Don't strike at all, please God. Just get the takedowns. That's what I'm betting on, guys. I'm betting on him being able to get Brad Tavares down and doing some work to him. GM3 had a tough fight with Renner de Ritter, but that's because it's Renner de Ritter. There was some stand-up moments, but a lot of it was on the ground. Like, obviously you're going to struggle with de Ritter. He got starched a little bit by Shabazian in round 1, and then round 2 came back and subbed Shabazian. That's a good win for me. Barbarena sub, I don't care about that. Get that out of here. Lost to Andre Petrosky. That's pretty horrendous. Got KO'd by Joe Pyfer. That makes sense. But then we look at Brad Tavares, and his only win recently, I believe, is Chris Weidman. So that literally just says everything. 1-4 in his last 5. His only win is Chris Weidman. Lost to Bruno Silva by KO. Went the distance with DDP. That's kind of impressive. Got KO'd by RoboCop and then split decision to Park. I don't think he even KOs GM3. I think the bets, if you guys want to pick sides, Tavares decision, GM3 submission. GM3 could win decision, but we got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for GM3 and a striker for Brad Tavares, like I said. Man. Yeah, I'm going GM3, guys, for the submission ability. I think he's that dangerous on the ground. He gets it there. Brad Tavares is not getting up. It's that simple. I don't think Brad Tavares has the KO power anymore. So that is my lean. Early lean is GM3 plus money. Let's get it. Next fight, Kennedy Nzechukwu and Martin Buday, whatever. Another tough one, guys, only because we've seen Kennedy have some rough moments. The good news is it wasn't at heavyweight. The bad news, it was recently at 205. The loss to OSP was absolutely mind-blowing. I couldn't believe I was watching this guy get outstruck by OSP. It happens. And Kennedy won me money by losing. I had a 4-leg parlay, $25 to win $700, and I bet on Jacoby plus money against Kennedy. That was one of the legs in the parlay. Another leg on that was Suarez submission. And then this is the craziest leg. I put Jake Paul points against Nick Diaz. There was one other leg in there. I forget what it was, but nasty 4-leg. I think it was Corey Sandhagen. I forget. So thank you, Kennedy, for losing. You won me a little bag right there. It was a free $25 bet, too. This was a baller-ass night because I won $700. I literally handed my girlfriend $100, took her out to eat, and then I still pocketed $500 like a goddamn pimp. Kennedy KOing Barnett is not impressive. His last performance was Demon against Breshke, but it's Breshke. But Kennedy looked amazing, bro. If Kennedy comes out looking like that, he's beating Buday. He's beating him, bro. Minus 275 for Kennedy's a little wide. But he's always got a reach advantage. 6 inches of reach, 1 inch of height, 1 year younger. He should weigh 30 pounds less, which will help the speed. People say it a lot. If you're a 205er and you're doing bad, just go up to heavyweight minus Ryan Spann. But go up to heavyweight and you're going to destroy some people. You would think it's the opposite. Heavyweight goes to 205, which does happen sometimes, but 205 going to heavyweight, bro, heavyweights fucking suck. It's like on a silver platter. Here's the win. They fucking suck. A lot of them can't fucking punch. You saw Mick Parkin punching Tybura? It's like, bro, you're a heavyweight. Jesus Christ, man. Buday, who cares how you say it? This guy goddamn went split decision with Arlovsky. That says it all. Got KO'd by the Blob, Gaziev. Buday's wins are just horrible. He beat Parisian by submission round 1. He better. Went the distance with Collier and won. And then won split decision with Breshke. Meanwhile, Kennedy's KOing me in the first round. MMA math. Kennedy wins. Boom. MMA math always works. That's my pick is Kennedy, guys. KO. But Buday could be durable enough to withstand the punches, but I don't see him winning this fight. So I'm going Kennedy day and night. Gun to my head, I'm picking KO, but be careful. This is a long-ass card. I've been taking breaks, making sure my camera is still recording. Now we're coming back to a horrendous fight. This is the fight of the night to not bet on. 100%. Cortavious, Romious, and Changho. I almost don't even want to break this down. I don't like either fighter. I don't care who wins and loses. Cortavious' head, his face, his whole head structure mixed with the hair. Pull up Cortavious Romious. I don't know if I'm even saying that right, but pull up Cortavious and pull up one of the aliens from the movie Mars Attack. It's the same person. It's the same exact person. Cortavious, man. From what I remember, not much striking. He's really trying to get this to the ground. If he doesn't, this fight's over. I believe he got KO'd by Ramon Tavares. Yeah, he got KO'd. He's been in the Contender Series twice. The first time he got KO'd in 30 seconds against Ramon Tavares. That's disgusting. And then the next Contender Series fight, he went the distance. And then he's had one UFC fight against Balajos, and guess what? He lost. Unanimous decision. That was I guess you can call it a fraud check. Man, this is like Contender Series versus Road to UFC. Which one do I hate more? Man, I might like Lee in this, bro. That might be my early lean is Lee. Just way more finishing ability. 4 inches of height. He's had 10 pro MMA wins. He's gotten 6 finishes. It's really just the finishing ability is on Lee. It's that simple. And the odds kind of reflect what I'm talking about here. Minus 180 for Lee, plus 150 for Cortavious. Just that name pisses me off. Oh my God. Can't do it. I'm too sober. I'm too sober for that name. My pick is I'm just fading Cortavious, guys. I really don't think this guy is good at all. Get that shit out of here. Next fight, Pat Sabatini, Joe Anderson, Brito. My pick is Pat Sabatini. No, it's not. I'm kidding. Joe Anderson, Brito, day and night. This guy's a filthy animal in a good way. This guy's a full-blown demon. 4 years younger for Brito. Same height. 2 inches of reach for Brito as well. And just way more finishing ability. His last fight went the distance with Gomis. Lost split decision. Everyone except the judges thinks he won that fight. So shout out to judges once again for butchering a decision. But before that, those 4 fights, he's gotten all finishes. 2 KOs, 2 subs. KO'd Shore, subbed Pierce, KO'd Wilson, which you better, and subbed Alexander, which Alexander's is Lucas Alexander, who's fucking horrible too. Nah, this is not. I was going to say Sabatini might be Brito's best competition yet, but I think Gomis is better than Pat Sabatini. I've never been high on Pat Sabatini. So some of these picks, be careful because I just don't like certain people. Not because who they are, just because like their fight styles or how fragile they are. But Pat Sabatini loves his submissions. 19 pro MMA wins, and he's gotten 12 subs in those wins. He subbed up Pierce. Yo, this is like Pierce's parents right here. Didn't Brito KO Pierce, or did he get a sub? And ESPN doesn't work anymore. Great. We have fully lost ESPN. All right, we're back. We're back. I'm going Brito, guys. I'm going Brito KO submission. Maybe not sub. If he subs Pat Sabatini, that'd be actually kind of crazy. Yo, ESPN, ESPN is acting like it's on meth right now. Come on, bro. I'm literally at the end of my prediction video. Just fucking work. All right, I can't check anything about their past couple fights anymore. ESPN has officially crashed. And we're back. I'm going Brito, guys. There's no way I'm putting a cent on Pat Sabatini. Maybe if you're a psychopath, put Pat Sabatini submission, but if you're not a psychopath, it should be Joe Anderson Brito. And his money line is kind of safe enough just to parlay it. What is he, like a minus 200? And we're back again. He's a minus 200. I'm okay with that. 2-1 favorite over Sabatini. It makes sense to me. It makes sense. I'll probably put some tickets with Sabatini submission just to say a prayer, or just to cover myself. That's my pick, guys. Brito Violence, KO submission. Main event of the effing evening, you fucks. Josh Emmett, a.k.a. Bryce Mitchell's father, and Lerone Murphy. This one's a little tough. Thank God Lerone Murphy is 15-0-1. That one helps us out. If he was just 15-0, he's losing this fight because everybody undefeated this year just shits the bed. But I like Lerone Murphy in this, guys. Minus 330 is some crackhead shit. I think this should be like a minus 200 for Lerone Murphy. But it's just stylistically, it's like a couple power punches versus a true MMA artist, you know? We don't see Josh Emmett ever shooting takedowns. If he does, this might spice this fight up. But keep in mind, too, Josh Emmett is also 40 years old. 40. Yo, ESPN, suck my cock. It's not working. I'm done. Striker versus striker. Lerone Murphy, just stay out the pocket, bro. Just stay out the pocket. And Josh Emmett lost to Topuria, got subbed by Yair Rodriguez. That's almost impossible. He beat Cater, split decision, beat Dan Ige. I just think it's like changing up the tides here. I think it's the up-and-comers' time. But don't be fooled. Josh Emmett could absolutely starch this guy in a 5-rounder. Tends to not do as good in the later rounds, but those first 2 rounds, say a prayer. The picks should be, Josh Emmett KO, Lerone Murphy decision. Maybe that makes sense. But I gotta go Lerone Murphy here. The price tag is a little wild, but it's okay. I'm picking fighters based on who they are, fighters, fighting styles. I'm not picking it based on the odds. Last week, people were pissed that 2 underdogs won, but you can't bet like that. Like, just because 2 cards ago was half favorites, half underdogs, and then this, like, you can't bet on that. You can't do it. Like, I'm picking this guy because he's an underdog. That never works. That works maybe for 2 fights, but that's it, guys. Decent card. How many fights are there? Jesus. 13 fights. So we're going to get about 6 cancellations. 3 people are going to miss weight. And that's how we do it in the Apex. So, those are my picks, guys. We'll have some parlays for you this week. If I do pick flip, I'll upload a new prediction video. But I hope this helped. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like this? Do you like the Apex card still? Or are you completely over it and you want to see a crowd every time? I'm okay with the Apex. I kind of grew up on the Apex as in a sense that that's when I started caring about the UFC. I got addicted because of the Apex. So I appreciate those pandemic times. That's it, guys. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for being here. We'll be back. Peace.